So you want to give yourself a chance to land the largest, most lucrative midterm rental insurance contract, which is just another word for corporate housing contracts, working with insurance companies who are willing to pay a premium, and yet you're not living on the most frequently visited #1 real estate search engine in the United States. It gets about 57 million views and traffic per month. And part of that group has relocation specialists who are working for relocation agencies who work directly with insurance companies looking to relocate families who are displaced due to unforeseen events. And yet you are not on that platform. Now, before I tell you what the platform is, you actually are probably familiar with it on the front end as a consumer, but you're not familiar with it as an operator. And if you're a property manager, if you are co-hosting, if you're an owner, it is in your best interest to simply be available, because once you're on this platform, it'll allow you to receive, or at least give you the chance to receive the business, receive the inquiry, and then you can make the decision based on where you're at as far as the occupancy level goes to decide if you want to move forward with this inquiry or not. It costs you nothing. It costs you money to not know about this platform, and it's costing you an opportunity to not know exactly how to operate in this platform. Now, I'm going to give you a tip before I let you know what the platform is on why it's important for you to go there. Because if you understand the midterm rental insurance space, or if you're new to it, you have to understand that these companies have a limited amount of inventory, and there's selective areas that they go, and they typically go there consistently because of how they're able to source the amount of properties that are available. They go there specifically because they know it works. So one of the places that they go is their internal databases, and you can watch one of my other videos to find out how you can actually get into their databases, but essentially it's their website, right? Relocation companies like CRS, Ailey Solutions, there's so many in the industry, have their own database where they like to go there first, because homeowners or property managers or who is aware of these platforms are actively listing on there because they're raising their hand and saying, hey, we know that you're looking to temporary relocate families, and therefore we are willing to offer our inventory as a resource to you for you to displace your families. And that is actually very important for you to be in those databases, and it's important for them because it saves everybody the headache. They don't want to have to reach out on multiple platforms to homeowners who do not know how they conduct business. That has to add an additional layer of discovery where they have to reach out and say, hey, we're a relocation company that specifically works with relocated families, we'll pay you up front, etc., etc. And a lot of people who are not familiar with them honestly see them as scam, which is completely unfortunate, because these companies are willing to pay a premium to solve a problem because of lack of inventory. So not only should you be in their databases, number one, but when they look in their databases and they reach out to someone or even a preferred vendor and they don't hear back, they then go to this resource. And this resource is important because it's one where most people are going to find places to buy homes. But they don't think about it when it comes to operators like yourself who's watching this, who's looking to get your place 100% occupied and hopefully at a premium. A lot of operators don't think of going there first. And this is why I want to bring this opportunity to you, or at least for you to be aware that there's a lot of traffic on this platform. That platform is called Zillow. Now, Zillow is known typically as a place where you look up an address and see how much a home is worth, look up an address to see what homes are selling in your neighborhood, or just look up an address to see what a home looks like inside. Look, if you're anything like me, I love real estate, I'm curious. However, it's not very well known as a platform where companies like relocation agencies are looking for places where they can rent, and they're willing to pay a premium if you're properly positioned for a premium, which I'll give you two big tips in this video. So Zillow, the Zillow front facing that we know today is Zillow. On the back end, in order for you to be able to showcase If you're currently getting value from watching this video, you'll want to make sure you take a second and click below to grab the midterm rental insurance blueprint to help accelerate your process in being able to land these midterm rental insurance contracts with respect to your marketplace. Make sure you click the button below and grab it and continue on with the gems in this video. A property that is available for rent, you'll want to go to Zillow Rental Manager and claim the home as one that you either own or manage or operate, then be able to list it there for rent. With respect to where the relocation agencies are looking to temporarily house individuals, they will then look in that specific zip code and a like kind home, and yours will pop up. Keep in mind that when you list on Zillow Rental Manager, you'll want to make sure you stay on top of your emails because they typically expire after a month. So don't just set it and forget it. Set it and set a reminder, right? Because you're going to have to then confirm. I've seen too many times where people have listed on Zillow Rental Manager if they even know it exists, and then don't stay up to date with their emails. And when Zillow asks, hey, by the way, is this listing still available? They don't even confirm. And when they don't confirm, guess what happens? Your listing is then unlisted automatically. All right. So it's in your best interest to set the reminder as available, even if you're not available. Now, why would I say that? And why is that? Oh my gosh, how can I list when I'm unavailable? Because in this space, it's important that we understand that when a relocation specialist reaches out, when a relocation agency reaches out, that you are now establishing a contact. I always say a contact is more important than a contract because a contact can bring multiple contracts over time. As a matter of fact, if you think about the lifetime value of having a relationship of a relocation specialist or an agency that just does that for a living, having that contact then almost not guaranteed by any means, but certainly would be able to forecast that they're going to come back for more because that's what they do for a living. This is not a one-stop shop. This is what these companies do for a living, and they make a killing doing this by essentially finding properties on behalf of the insurance companies and then charging a markup on top of that. And these are multi-million-dollar companies, right? So it's in your best interest for you to live on this so-called Zillow, but it's important that you understand how to go on the back end and go to Zillow Rental Manager and list on there and stay on top of your listings. Now, there are two big tips that I want to give as to when you're listing on Zillow of what to do and what not to do, okay? So what you don't want to do with respect to what you're optimizing for, if you're optimizing for premium rates, then it's in your best interest to have a premium rate because it's not a bait and switch. Do not make the mistake of having a normal market rent, fair market value price, and then when you see that, oh my gosh, this is the insurance company or relocation agencies that Ruben was talking about or that I watched in this video, right? Maybe it's another video that you watch, and you then do I'm going to charge them a premium because I know that, well, they have big dollars. Well, that's called bait and switch, and no one likes to be bait and switches, and that is a good way to get blacklisted, right? Not from Zillow by any means, but if I'm going to go shopping and I go into a store, then somebody looks at me, judges me, and be like, oh yeah, for you it's this price, I'm not probably going to come back to that business. There's actually some laws around that, which we won't get into. But bait and switch is not a best practice, especially when you're working with a corporation who have been in the space long enough, who understand that you may be watching this video. And if you're watching this video, there's a good chance that they understand that you understand that they have the money. But keep in mind, you want to focus on the relationship. And one way to squash a relationship and mess up a relationship is by, oh, for you, it's that price, even though I had it listed for this price, right? But there is a certain strategic and creative way that you can do this. And it's in your best interest if you are 100% occupied, especially at the moment, or if you are looking to just optimize for premium listings and you don't want to deal with the volume of influx of inquiries of people asking things for fair market rent, which there's nothing wrong with that. But we actually offer a premium product and we specifically work with corporate. Therefore, our prices are a little bit more elevated than the fair market value. I should say elevated 25 to 50% more, right? Well, then you set it at that rate, right? Set it a premium rate, right? Set it at a rate that, again, ours is typically anywhere from 4x what the market rate is because we're offering a premium and we understand, and we also want to make sure we're filtering out the noise and we don't want to have Joe Schmo next door reach out and inquire, and can I stay there and rent there? Now you're going to get pushback. It's typical that people in the marketplace are going to be like, is this some kind of joke? Is this a typo, etc.? And you just simply let them know that no, you are optimizing to serve corporate housing. That's why your premium price reflects this. Now, when a relocation agency reaches out to you, that premium price, you can then cut them a discount with, again, respect to how long they're going to stay. So you can write in your listing that, hey, we'll offer a premium, we'll offer a discount for a 3-month stay, to 6-month stay, to 9-month stay, to 12-month stay. That way, if someone is looking to potentially stay there for 1 month, you're saying that this is your premium price as a month, but if you're going to actually book for the first 3 months, right, and secure a longer contract, I'm willing to have a tiered structure discount that will then incentivize the company to actually book longer with you, which is what we love because we want higher occupancy secured up front for maximize profits, right? So that is one thing you can put in. Now you can actually reverse that strategy, and if you are currently vacant and you're actually looking for a lifeline, you're looking to actually get more lead flow, well, the lower your price goes closest to the fair market value, the more you're going to get mom and pop that are traditional renters who are going to be interested in your property. So just be aware that you're going to have an increased volume of inquiries, right? However, for those who are looking to actually capture that, and you maybe want to actually even capture some contracts that are a little bit more than fair market value, then put that as your rate. And then state when someone reaches out, let them know that this is your yearly rate, but because you're reaching out, if you're going to look for a 3-month stay, then there's also a premium for that. So you can kind of reverse the structure. One is you're charging a premium up front, and then you're giving tiered discounts for them staying with you longer. So you have a premium in the front end, and then you can tell them, hey, for a 3-month stay, I might give a discount 6 months and 9 months. And then the other way around, you say, hey, this is actually my yearly rent. If you lock in for 12 months, this is the amount, and it's a little bit lower, closer to market value, but it then does go up if you're looking to have something more for a shorter time, like a 1 month versus 2 months and 3 months. It continues to go up, right? So you're basically showing them, one is to basically optimize from premium bookings and then giving them the discount, and the other is to optimize for more volume. And then if someone wants to stay for a shorter stay, let them know that there's a rate that's more short term that's going to be a little bit higher. So all that to say that at least, regardless of the strategy that you pick that works for you, you want to make sure you are on Zillow by accessing Zillow Rental Manager in order to increase your occupancy and your profitability. If you got value from this video, make sure you watch the next video, Contact versus Contract. This midterm rental secret will skyrocket your midterm rental profit.